Hello my friends, this is Linol Anderson here with you guys with a brand new YouTube BitChute video, and today I had to make a brief video decoding what we just witnessed take place at the closing ceremonies in Paris at the Olympics, because they did a massive ritual that the average person probably has no idea what happened. But old Lionel is not the average person, and I think I know exactly what happened. So I'm going to let you guys know my take on everything that went down, okay? So before I begin, just going to encourage you guys, if you enjoy today's video, please hit that subscribe button. As I say, subscribe to survive, and smash the like button. Helps me out with the algorithms. Okay, let's get into it. So to understand what happened with this closing ceremony, we got to kind of look back at what happened in the opening ceremony. Okay, it was very apocalyptic as well. They had the rider on the horse, right? And we all know the four riders of the apocalypse and all that, right? And death on the horse. And it is pretty much showing us that end time events are coming. Apocalyptic end time events. Cataclysmic end time events. Pretty much what it's warning us of is of the coming Nibiru event that's coming, and the Phoenix, or I should say the Phoenix and then Nibiru. That's right, my friends. The nature of our reality is we go through these cycles, and this is a realm to pretty much a matrix simulation to harvest our low vibrational suffering energy, and it seems that these matrix resets happen on a very regular basis. The simulation keeps getting reset, and in all these old mythologies, they use many different names for this event, but one of them is Nibiru and the Phoenix. Okay, all through ancient literature, you'll see mentioning of the Phoenix and Nibiru. They're two separate events. Phoenix is a smaller event, but it still resets the world stage quite a bit. But then the Nibiru event, that is the main event that resets the matrix, and it happens a lot more than what you might think. A lot of our history is a lie, but pretty much that's what all this end time biblical stuff is all about. Okay, it's pretty much predictive programming. The Bible prophecies are self-fulfilling biblical prophecies, and pretty much telling us what's going to happen. And now we're getting to that point where the great matrix reset is upon us. Okay, and these events are going to take place in the near future. So their rituals were pretty much showing us in the opening ceremony that this is what's coming. These revelation, end time, end of the world events are coming. So the closing ceremony, what's up with that then? Well, it starts off and we got really spooky vibes, and then all of a sudden from the heavens comes down this creature right here. There you go, my friends. That would be, they're calling him the Golden Voyeur, okay? But who it really is it's Lucifer, you could say, the Shining One. But end of the day, it's Apollo, the Greek god Apollo, who is the Antichrist. But he's had many different reincarnations and gone by many names, whether it be, I believe Inky is one of them. I believe Apollo in the Christianity version is Jesus, Lucifer. It's all the same guy. Sorry to break the Christian's bubble. Yeah, he's not your friend. What you got to realize is Apollo was a hero god of the Greek stories. Okay, that he was a hero character, just as Jesus is, but he's also a deceiver. Okay, but I'm not going to get too far into the religious stuff. Okay, that's not what this is about. But I'm just making that point. Okay, that this is Apollo, the Antichrist. And as you could see, he's coming down on a wire like he's falling from heaven down to the earth. And if you take a look at the pose he was doing, take a look. What is that? Well, my friends, that is what's known as the Hanged Man Tarot card, okay? That's right, that's what that pose is, but obviously he didn't come down upside down like that, but is the same kind of meaning towards it. So what does the Hanged Man card mean? Well, it could mean a sacrifice, transition, prophecy. Take a look. That's right, my friends. So it's pretty much showing that they had to make a sacrifice for the good of mankind, pretty much sacrificing humanity, aka the Great Matrix Reset, so they could start over, they could transition and progress to the new world, order. Okay? So he comes down, and further evidence of this whole Phoenix thing that I'm telling you about is once he comes down, is on the ground, you could see on the back, in the crowd, there's like shadows of things going by, and you could see a phoenix come by. Take a look. That's right. That's bird wings, and it was flapping like a phoenix, my friends. Okay, flapping like a phoenix. So, like I said, the phoenix does relate to this one of these cataclysmic events that happens. I think that Research Archaic says every 138 years there's these mini resets on Earth. Okay, and apparently, according to him, the next one is 2040, and the Nibiru event is 2046, I believe. I just want to throw that out there. I don't know if that's 100% accurate or anything, but that's just what one researcher says. Anyways, but also the phoenix could be symbolic of, the old system being brought down and then rising again from the ashes, starting over new. The Great Matrix Reset. That's what it is. It's the Matrix Reset, okay? So we start seeing that go by, and then we see a winged being come out, who is the Greek god Nike. Take a look. That's right, my friends, and of course Nike. We all know the sports brand Nike. With it looks like a check mark. It's actually the ring of Saturn, but it's actually based off that Greek god, goddess, I should say, Nike. Okay, so Nike comes out, and Apollo, Antichrist, whatever you want to call him, Lucifer, is standing there with Nike. What does Nike mean? Well, Nike was the goddess of victory. So it's a way of seeing like victory. We had a successful Great Matrix Reset, victory. Okay? That's what I got from that, anyways. And then again, with the shadows that you see going by, you will see a man in a chariot with a horse. Take a look. And of course, that is Apollo. There you go. Apollo was known for the horses and the chariots and everything, and I think that's where a lot of this biblical four horsemen and all that comes from, that whole Apollo thing. Okay? So, that's when things start getting interesting, because then, he starts doing these dances and stuff like that, and you got these guys walking around in these white suits. Take a look. There you go. So for me, first thing I thought, they kind of looks like aliens, because that's what they wanted you to think. The official Olympics narrative was it was alien visitors coming down, viewing a dystopian world on their view. So yeah, reptilian, Apollo, whatever you want to call them. I believe they're reptilians. End of the day, but those look like grays. The guys in the white look like grays to me. Okay, and who are the grays? Well, a lot of people say the Greys are us from the future, and they're actually turning humanity into Greys right now. And they're pretty much AI bots. They're human slash AI, humans who've joined with AI, and we've changed. Okay, I've made videos showing how we're being turned into them. Okay, but it looks like that. You could say they were kind of the slaves or the workers of the reptilians, and that's what it kind of looked like. Apollo's out there dancing around, and they're doing their dances, and they're bringing the rings, the Olympic rings, and doing all sorts of stuff like that. I thought it was interesting because the rings to me kind of looked like stargates in a way, and we know they use this stargate technology, interdimensional stuff. We know these reptilian beings and greys and whatnot could all reside in the fourth dimension. So that's why maybe when he's coming down, it's not like, oh, he's coming from outer space like they want you to think, because remember, we're in a simulation. It's not like that. But it's more so that they're coming from the fourth dimension into this realm, and they could use the Stargate technology to do that. Or they're just coming, actually they come from underground, because when these resets happen, a lot of these beings will go underground, like all the world powers, the world elites. When these events come and they fully know that they're coming, they all start going underground. That's why there's underground bunkers, underground cities. Okay, either way, whether it's signifying coming from the fourth dimension or whatever, they're not coming from outer space like they want you to think. I just want to make that clear. All right, so they're all dancing around doing their thing, right? And then I believe they do a song at this point. And they even said it was the hymn to Apollo. That's right. So this piano is hanging on strings, and guess who's playing it? A phoenix is playing it. Take a look. That's right. A guy dressed as a phoenix is playing the piano, and meanwhile they sing this hymn to Apollo. So it's a big ritual, all in favor of Apollo, showing the rising of the Antichrist, you could say. Pretty much taking over Earth once again after the Great Matrix Reset to take over. And it's interesting. You guys should read the lyrics to the song, Hymn to Apollo. I'm not going to read it out here. It's very long, but just type in to Google Hymn to Apollo lyrics. It talks about how he's the light bearer, which we know Lucifer means light bearer, and golden locks, this and that, because, Apollo was known for the golden hair and whatnot. So obviously, I'm just making the point that golden voyeur 100% was Apollo. Okay? So they're doing this song, this hymn to Apollo. It's all part of a big ritual, my friends. And then, to close things off there, right, they start conjoining the rings, the Olympic rings, and raising them up, right, one at a time. And all the guys in the white and everything, you're all doing it collectively and all that. So what do the Olympic rings symbolize? Well, it symbolizes all the continents of the world, right? So it's showing all the continents of the world connecting, becoming one. They want to make it a one world order, one world everything, right? And as the last ring goes up, it goes up, and then all of them lift up. All the grays, or the whoever they were. Some people said it looked like humans. Well, obviously they're humans, but it looks like they're in bondage. So that's another way, like the slave class humans in bondage, or the grays, which are humans from the future who are in bondage, serving who? Apollo, the Antichrist, lifting him up. And as that goes up to the very top, Apollo, Antichrist, is standing on top. Okay? Symbolizing that he's calling the shots. The reptilians are calling the shots over all the continents of the world. Okay? And that the Antichrist has risen. Okay? And that is what it was outlining. You see, what you guys got to remember is, like, all these events are going down in the near future. As I said, I don't know the exact date or time. Could be 2040 when the Phoenix happens. I am a believer in that theory. But before that happens, these bastards are going to go underground, the world leaders and everything. And they're not going to come back up till this is all done after the Nibiru. Like, the Earth is going to be destroyed, like how they're showing. Okay? And when they come back up, whenever that is, the surviving humans that remain, they think, oh, it's the gods. How many times has this happened, though? How many cataclysmic events like this have happened in the past? And then they come up and then, oh, they're the gods. They're the gods. Because they come out with advanced technology way beyond what we even can comprehend, right? And I think they call it cargo cults. If you look throughout history, cargo cults, that's where just advanced humans or whatever with advanced technology, and then lesser advanced primitive humans see that and they think they're gods, right? That's what it's like. It just keeps happening over and over and over again. The new simulation, right? That's what it's all symbolizing. It is all one big ritual, right in our faces, telling us what's coming in the not too distant future. Okay? And then immediately after that, they had a band play. And guess which band they had play? The band Phoenix. That's right. After all that symbolism, all that stuff about the Phoenix, they have the band Phoenix play. And I'm not going to lie, I think they did a pretty good job. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good closing ceremony performance. There wasn't even too much symbolism. The only thing I spotted there was the band Phoenix was playing on top of a black cube. And we know the black cube of Saturn is this 4D astral AI demiurge. Okay, so that's all I noticed with the symbolism with that. And a bit later on, they had a lady singing, and she was singing. The first thing she said was, "The end is near," and kind of talking about stuff like that. So, you know, they're just throwing it right in your faces with all this symbolism and messaging. And it's interesting because, you know, this was a ritual that they want to do so other things in the world stage could start happening. In my last YouTube video, I told you guys that it was very possible that Iran, Hezbollah, and Israel, you know, they've been saying they're going to attack Israel pretty much as revenge for them taking out the Hezbollah leader. Okay? And I told you they're probably going to wait until this closing ceremony. And that's probably, it's either going to happen the day of the closing ceremony or the next, like on the 12th or the 13th, because that's going to be some Jewish holiday, day of catastrophes or whatever. Okay? Well, guess what happened just a few hours after that closing ceremony? This happened. There you go. So that was Hezbollah firing 30 rockets into Israel. And hey, Israel has a missile defense system called the Dome. Extremely advanced. It doesn't let anything in. But for some reason, it didn't stop any of them. Just like what happened back on October 7th. So just conveniently, oh, their dome isn't working anymore. Which is ridiculous. It works. It's so advanced, it could stop anything. So it's not working for a reason. Now, thank goodness, as of right now, it says nobody died yet, but they did hit a military base. But I don't believe that's it. And like I said, as of right now, there's been no casualties. Nothing more has happened. But who knows? Maybe by the time I post this video, there will have been attacks. So got to keep our eyes out. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's it of their retaliation and things don't escalate. But we know they want to escalate things. But, you know, it's all connected to these rituals that they're doing. Okay? But I don't want to scare you guys too much with all this information because you're thinking, oh, geez, it's the end of the world, this and that. Because, like I said, these are cycles that we cannot stop, my friends. A lot of people think, oh, we could bring down the New World Order and stop their agenda. It's like, these end time things are going to happen whether we like it or not because it's cycles that's programmed into this simulation, these cataclysmic events. But the beautiful thing is it goes so deep and it's a very spiritual thing because along with this end time, end of matrix event that keeps happening over and over again, there comes an ascension event. And people who are on the ascension timeline, that means people who are detoxing their bodies of harmful crap, they are awakening. They're not feeding the ego, not feeding the demiurge, okay? And they're realizing who they truly are, and they're going on that different timeline. They'll be divinely protected from these events, and they'll ultimately be able to leave the matrix. They'll get filtered over the matrix when all these events do happen. Okay, there'll be a timeline split, and yeah, a lot of people get raptured right on over here. That's where all those stories come from, you know. It's an event where people who are at a high vibration, who did not choose that 3D timeline merging with AI and all that crap, those people will be protected from all this and go down a positive timeline, and they will ultimately break out a 3D, 4D matrix into 5D and beyond. Okay, outside the demiurge system. So don't go into fear. If you're going to fall into fear, you're going to be one of those poor saps who gets reset in this great matrix reset. Your soul is going to be reincarnated back into the new simulation, be connected to AI still in this AI matrix. Don't fall into fear because that's where fear will lead you. Be excited about these times. Say, this is the most exciting time to be alive. raise your vibration, be the best version of yourself that you can be every day, get rid of fear, dissolve the ego, get in touch with who you truly are, spirit, and you'll start going through the ascension and experiencing ascension symptoms. A lot of people are experiencing that. And you'll start becoming the multi-dimensional being you are. Eventually, this event will take place, whether it's a grand solar flash, I think they call it great solar flash event, or however it happens, you'll be filtered out of the matrix pretty much, because you're a threat to the matrix at the end of the day, using up too much energy. Yeah. So that's what I've taken away from it all. Exciting times, my friends. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that makes sense to you, everything that's going on here. I know it's deep stuff. If you guys enjoy my work, of course, you could find me down on Patreon. That's right, I am on Patreon. Link is down in the description. We got multiple classes there, the Ascend to 5D class, Occult class, and more. So you can get that exclusive content there, or if you'd like to just simply buy old Linol a coffee for my efforts to help support the channel, it's greatly appreciated. I'm on the website Buy Me a Coffee, and of course, I will send you free Patreon videos to your email as a thank you. The link to that is down below as well. But, you know, what means the most to me is just hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, and leaving a comment letting me know what you thought of today's video. And, yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So that's about it, my friends. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Linol signing off. You guys be safe.